What small habit can completely change your life? Story 1. Live by this rule. If something takes 2 minutes or less to do, just do it. You'll notice that many things aren't as bad as they seem, and the only real barrier is mental. Story 2. Try to do nothing in bed except sleep. No reading, no watching TV, no scrolling the internet, etc. This way, you'll start sleeping better. Story 3. Try to get rejected once a day, not for anything in particular or especially important. You'll have less success than you think. Advice from an old teacher. He was a photographer and always tried to get rejected to gain entry to all kinds of interesting places. You wouldn't believe how many cool spots he managed to get into. Story 4. Walk your dog. Let him out and bring him back in. 2 walks a day, morning and evening. This exercise is ideal for people just starting to build the habit. Your dog will love it, and you'll love spending more time with him. He'll also enjoy the fresh air and new smells. You'll learn to appreciate wildlife too. And remember, get some good walking shoes. Story 5. Keep a journal. It's a cliche, but it works. I used to do it, but when I felt my life was on track, I just stopped. This led me to fall into many bad habits, and I couldn't convince myself I was okay. I fell into a state of unconsciousness that caused severe dissociation, memory problems, and vices like drinking, excessive gaming, and more. But journaling helps you be honest with yourself. You're not writing for anyone else. You're not trying to present your best version. You can simply analyze your thoughts honestly and openly. You can reflect in a way you otherwise wouldn't. You can just let it out without worrying about what that exposure and vulnerability will mean. It really helps. I'd recommend it to everyone, especially people with anxiety. Story 6. Exercise at least 3 to 5 times a week. You don't need to train like an Olympic athlete. Going for a walk or jog is enough. Do push-ups and crunches right after waking up, as long as you raise your heart rate. Small steps, it all adds up. Story 7. Practice gratitude. Taking a moment each day to think of 3 things you're grateful for can shift your perspective and improve your overall well-being. This habit can help you focus on the positive, reduce stress and negativity, and lead to a happier, more fulfilling life. Story 8. Learn a language. Use a tool like Duolingo. It's free with a mobile app. And spend about 15 minutes every day when you wake up or before bed. I think if you persevere and do at least 1 new lesson every day, you could easily complete a full language course in a year. I'm on day 563 of my streak. The other day, while riding the subway, I was reading over someone's shoulder and didn't realize I'd been reading in Italian until I was halfway down the page. It was a very satisfying experience and made me especially proud of the progress I've made since day 1. Story 9. The concept of no 0 days. On days when I feel lazy and unproductive, I try to do something, even if it's as simple as reading or cleaning my room for 5 minutes. But doing something, even the bare minimum, still counts as doing something. Story 10. Making a to-do list or using a task app completely changed my grades, reduced stress, and put my life in order. Story 11. Drink a glass of water when you wake up. This small change can improve hydration, boost energy, and enhance metabolism. Starting the day with water instead of coffee or tea can have a significant impact on your physical and mental health over time. Story 12. Read for 20 minutes a day. It doesn't matter if it's fiction, nonfiction, or online articles. This habit can expand your knowledge, improve focus, and grow your vocabulary. Plus, reading can be a way to relax and reduce stress, giving you some me time in a busy life. Story 13. Carry a water bottle with you everywhere. This small habit ensures you stay hydrated throughout the day. Proper hydration is crucial for maintaining energy, focus, and overall health. Having water on hand makes it easier to meet daily fluid intake recommendations. Story 14. Meditate for 5 minutes every day. Meditation doesn't have to be long to be effective. Even a few minutes of deep breathing and focus can reduce stress, improve concentration, and increase your sense of well-being. Over time, it can help you handle tough situations better and maintain a calmer, more balanced perspective. Story 15. I used to, and still do, have a problem with over-apologizing in practically every situation, even when a real apology isn't needed. When you develop this habit, it can feel like you're apologizing for everything just to please others. It can hurt your confidence and degrade how others see you. You become the person who regrets everything, and that's sad. That's why I've consciously tried to use the word thank you instead of sorry. Whenever I catch myself about to apologize for something that doesn't truly warrant a sincere apology, I look for a reason to say thank you instead. I'm late to work. I say, thank you for your patience, instead of sorry I'm late. This not only stops you from seeming like a sad person who apologizes all the time, but it actually shifts the focus to the other person. It turns negative into positive. You're even complimenting them, letting them know you value a trait, like their patience, and that it's important to you that they've been generous with it. I'd love more examples, but I can't think of any right now. Story 16. I don't call it closing time. I clean my apartment before bed. Basically, I do a closing shift like my apartment is a tavern. I put on medieval fantasy music, make sure the dishes are clean and the trash is empty, put things away, and wipe down surfaces. If I have extra energy or it's a bit messy, I add mopping, sweeping, and extra details like drying dishes, folding blankets, and final touches. Then, when I'm done, I light a candle and do my bedtime skincare routine. It makes the night feel complete, and I wake up in a clean space. Story 17. Be kinder to yourself. Speaking to yourself with kindness and compassion, especially in moments of mistake or failure, can improve your self-esteem and emotional well-being. Practice self-care and forgive yourself the way you would a close friend. Story 18. Get in the habit of saying please and thank you. I've seen countless horror stories from people working retail who get mistreated by ungrateful, rude customers, so I decided to be as friendly and cooperative as possible. It really made a difference. It helps smooth things out when both people work together to get things done efficiently. It's a great feeling to make someone's day easier. This shows that a little kindness goes a long way. Story 19. If something needs doing, just do it. Most people spend more time complaining about chores, whether household or work-related, than it would take to just get it done. Work and productivity aren't the revolutionary concept that most people of all ages think they are, and no honest job is beneath anyone. The bathrooms are dirty at your high school job. Volunteer to clean them. Your roommates don't clean common areas. Cheer up and do it, or it'll get worse because they won't anyway. Understaffed at your adult job? Stay 30 minutes late to cover a task when everyone else acts like it's moving mountains. After a while, you'll realize you can find a lot of personal satisfaction in this productivity for very little time lost in the big picture. Maybe you only watch one Netflix episode tonight instead of two for getting something done. And no, it won't always be fair, just like nothing else in life is. But you can confidently say you're humble enough and willing enough to take responsibility and pride in your part of the world when practically no one else does. In the end, the right people will notice. You'll have better friends, better relationships, and better treatment as an employee because genuine people in all these categories know how rare this trait is in a sea of total mediocrity. And no special skills are required, just an open attitude you can start with today at any age. Story 20. I'm late to this particular party, but here we go. Wake up 1 or 2 hours before everyone else in the house. I started doing this when my youngest was a baby. I found I could exercise, shower, make my bed, empty the dishwasher, and, if I had a few extra minutes, start a load of laundry before anyone woke up. Now that the kids are older and in school full-time, once they're on the bus, I run errands or clean the house for a few hours every day and still have time to sit and read for an hour in the afternoon, or meet friends for a chat before the kids get home and we start homework or dinner prep. Doing this has helped me in so many ways. I'm in shape, I get all my chores done efficiently, my house is clean, and I know I won't die of embarrassment if a friend or neighbor drops by unannounced. My mental well-being is better overall. Story 21. Stop comparing your life to others. Just because they have a nicer car doesn't mean you have a worse life. What they post online is only part of their reality. Their life isn't perfect either. I get it. I'm the guy with the ugly 10-year-old car in the apartment complex parking lot full of Mercedes and fancy cars. I'd like a better car, sure, but not because all my neighbors have one. I know I have reliable transportation, which makes my life easier than it was a few years ago. It doesn't mean I don't want more. It just means what my neighbor has is irrelevant to my happiness.